Hey everyone, I'm working to hit 1,000 subscribers and I need your help to get there. If you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button right now.
All right, Broncos country, we've got some genuinely great injury news to kick things off today, followed by a real breakdown of the wide-open third safety competition, and we'll close things out talking about how Courtland Sutton's role in this offense is about to look completely different this season. Let's get into all of it. Let's start with the injury update, because this one is genuinely exciting. Safety J.L. Skinner announced he's fully 100% cleared after undergoing surgery to repair a torn labrum, an injury he actually played through for the entirety of last season. Think about that for a second. An entire season playing through a torn labrum. If he'd been fully healthy the whole time, there's a real case he could have been in serious contention for a first-team All-Pro nod purely on special teams given how good he already was. Let's dig into his actual usage last season. He barely factored in on defense, taking just a handful of total defensive snaps. But on special teams, he logged a genuinely massive workload. Well over 300 total special teams snaps, and still earned a grade in the high 70s despite playing through that torn labrum the entire time. Imagine what that number looks like fully healthy. You're realistically talking about a grade comfortably above 80, squarely in first-team All-Pro special teams territory. And Skinner wouldn't even be the only Bronco in that conversation. There's another name on this roster who belongs in that exact same tier too. Now, to be clear, this isn't about either of these two names threatening to take over the top two safety jobs. This is entirely about who steps into that vacated third safety role. It's Devin Key and Miles Scott for the job. Between those three names, Skinner and Key look like the two realistic frontrunners. Scott, a converted receiver still learning the safety position after being drafted in the later rounds, looks more like a legitimate long-term developmental piece for now, not unlike some of this team's other later-round investments who came in with less overall football experience at the position. As for Skinner specifically, there's a clear reason this front office valued him in the first place. He plays a lot like one of this defense's more established veteran safeties, an instinctive, anticipatory player with a real feel for the ball. A strong box safety who reads the run well and hits hard. His one real limitation tends to show up in angled pursuit situations, which is likely part of why he hasn't fully broken into a starting role yet, since his coverage instincts don't quite match his physicality. But his actual pre-draft scouting report specifically praised his route awareness, his eyes for short zones, and his instincts playing over the top, along with real ball skills capable of making quarterbacks pay for off-target throws against tight ends specifically. There's a lot to genuinely like in his game, and he deserves a real shot to compete for this role. That said, the expectation here still leans toward Devin Key ultimately winning that third safety job. He's already proven at an elite level exactly what's being asked of him in that specific role. He's comfortably the best special teams player on this entire roster, and that's not particularly close, even with several other genuinely strong special teams contributors also on this roster. He played the clear majority of the team's special teams snaps last season, an enormous workload, and there's real belief he's in line for a considerably bigger role this season. Breaking down his actual usage, he logged real defensive snaps too, alongside that massive special teams workload, and posted an elite overall special teams grade in the high 80s. He was actually set to hit free agency earlier this off-specific data-backed reason why. He has a genuinely special skill set when it comes to contested 50-50 balls. Last season, he posted one of the highest first-down to touchdown conversion percentages in the entire league, ranking ahead of several other well-known names at the position. There's a real distinct difference in skill set worth understanding here too. A certain newly acquired star receiver is the silky smooth, do-everything threat who thrives working the middle of the field with real yards after catch ability, a true speed weapon. Sutton, by contrast, is more of a true boundary receiver, a genuine contested catch specialist. He's also been genuinely excellent at winning separation, specifically in the red zone, thanks to his size and play strength, ranking third in the entire league in end zone separation win rate last season, trailing only a couple of truly elite names at the position. On third down specifically, he's become this offense's clear go-to option. The exact kind of receiver a quarterback trusts implicitly in a contested one-on-one situation, knowing he's going to win that battle more often than not. But here's the real meaningful storyline heading into this season. With the addition of that new star receiver, a real push to get another dynamic playmaker more involved in the passing game, and several other mouths to feed across this receiver room and backfield, Sutton's overall target volume is likely headed down some this season. Think of it as him shifting into a role similar to a productive boundary receiver elsewhere in the league who posted a genuinely strong statistical season last year, built almost entirely on the exact same contested catch profile Sutton brings to the table, an almost carbon copy statistical comparison in terms of catch rate and contested catch success. That specific comparison receiver ranked inside the top 10 in the league last season in yardage, generated specifically against man coverage. And that's exactly the kind of role Sutton looks poised to thrive in this season too, getting matched up against a smaller boundary corner and simply winning that individual battle more often than not. He becomes this offense's true home run, 50-50 threat down the sideline, while the other new star weapon handles the middle of the field. Another receiver handles motion and gadget concepts. Another handles deep shots and specialty packages, and yet another handles the intermediate route tree. Add in a couple of dedicated blocking specialists rounding out the room, and suddenly this offense has a genuinely defined role for every single receiver on the roster, finally addressing the one specific role that was missing last season, a true home run, difference-making receiving threat. So there you have it, Broncos country. Genuinely great injury news with Skinner's clean recovery, a real competitive battle brewing for that third safety spot with Key looking like the current favorite, and a smart, evolving role for Courtland Sutton that should let him thrive in exactly the situations where he's statistically been at his very best. So let us know down in the comments, who do you think wins that third safety job? J.L. Skinner, Devin Key, or Miles Scott? And are you excited about Courtland Sutton settling into more of a true boundary contested catch specialist role this season? We want to hear it all. If you enjoyed today's breakdown, make sure you smash that like button and give me a follow on social media for more content all summer long. Mile High salute, Broncos country. Be cool, and we'll see you next time.